much. Shut down your laptop, get out of your study space. Laptop? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kelsey and I'm currently a university student at Cambridge. So please feel free to like and subscribe to get some study tips. So today, in light of the current situation, I thought it might be useful if I share my current lockdown study schedule, and then hopefully, even if it doesn't specifically apply to you, you can still take away some really useful tips and advice. So firstly, as I said in my other video, which I'll leave in the description down below, either the night before or the first thing in the morning, you want to write a really achievable list of everything that you want to get done. The key here is to be achievable and realistic, as if you set a long list of ridiculous things to get done and you don't get them done, you're going to feel really demotivated the entire day and most likely the next day. Whereas if you write a slightly shorter list that you feel is easily achievable, you're going to get it done and potentially even add more things to the list to get done, and you're going to feel like you've been super productive, even if you've ended up getting the same amount of work done either way. So personally, I usually wake up at about 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to get up ridiculously early because then you're just going to feel really drained and feel a certain pressure when you're going to bed the night before that you need to be asleep by a certain time. And if you put that pressure on yourself, it's not going to happen. You're going to be really stressed and really tired and you're not going to have a productive day. So in that first hour when I wake up, I set aside time to just really get my body and brain working and ready to go to get the day of work started. So I'll have a shower, I'll make a good breakfast, or just relax a little bit so that when the first hour of work does start, you feel ready to go rather than like you've been suddenly rushed into it and then an hour of your work schedule is just you waking up. After I've got some breakfast and let myself wake up a little bit, I usually do blocks of 2 hours and with a 5 or 10 minute study break in between. So the first block of this 2 hours is what I would say should be the hardest or most difficult task, the thing that you really, really dread doing, because first thing in the morning is when you're going to be your most motivated and ready to go. So whether this is perhaps certain reading material for dissertation or coursework and essay work, just the stuff that you know you're really going to struggle with, try and get it done in this first 2 hour block. Otherwise, if you push it back until later on, you're not going to feel ready to do it because you're going to have tired yourself out with the easier tasks that you didn't necessarily need the energy for. So after this 2 hour block, it's usually about 12 or 1 p.m. depending on when you've woken up, and you're going to want to get yourself breakfast to keep your body going. And in this hour, I will, like I said, get breakfast and I'll try and get the admin side of work done, the stuff that isn't necessarily revision or university work, but it's still stuff you need to get done, like emails from supervisors or rent payments and bills to get paid. So I can kind of casually do this in this hour whilst perhaps having something on TV in the background. After this hour break is when I would try and get my medium work done. So this is the work that's slightly easier than your first task, but still slightly harder than tasks that you can just sit whilst thinking and doing other things. So for me, this is usually revision of certain topics, writing up notes, and so on. And you're going to want to do this with the same kind of idea of a 2 hour block and then a 5 or 10 minute break in between where you can go grab yourself a coffee as a little midway pick-me-up. So after that 2 hour block is when I usually push myself to get some more physical exercise done or just to go out and get some fresh air and anything really that will drag you away from your study or revision desk because you want to just turn your brain off for an hour here just to really recuperate.
Heyo.
If you're not keeping this balance in your life, you're not going to be able to do very well with the revision, because if your body's not healthy, your mind's not going to be healthy and you're not going to be productive. So after this hour break is the final 2 block stint, and this is going to be your relatively easy work. It's going to be the stuff that you can get done whilst you're still relaxing a little bit, like pop on a face mask, put on a film that you've seen a couple of times, so you don't really need to pay attention, but it's just something there to make you feel like you're having a little bit more of a break. So today I sat and watched Thor Ragnarok whilst doing my vocab revision for an upcoming exam, and it meant I still got done what I needed to do, but I was relatively relaxed and enjoying a film. Finally, after that last 2-hour stint, unless you have any immediate deadlines or any work that needs to be done for the next day that you haven't already done, I would just start to really turn everything off and flip your brain off from work mode. If you've been working a normal 9-to-5 job, you would be finishing up by this kind of point anyway, and your brain needs that rest. If you don't completely turn off during the evening and do casual work all throughout the night, then your brain isn't going to be rested for the next day, and you're not going to be able to do the same full day the next day. You're going to be tired and you're not going to be productive. So just completely shut everything down, have your dinner, watch a film with your family, call up friends, and just look after yourself at the end of the day. Otherwise, you're going to crash. You're not going to be able to do it. So that is my normal work schedule in the current lockdown situation. I hope that you found this useful. Even if you can't follow the exact same routine, I really hope you still manage to find some tips and tricks to help you out. So thank you for watching, and look after yourselves. Bye!